What's up, guys? My name is Spartan, and welcome back to my tower. Today is episode 11 of my Tour My Tower video series. In this series, I take you guys through the ins and outs of my tower, talk about the different things we've been doing, the different upgrades, etc. And we get interrupted by Discord server messages. But speaking of the Discord server, if you guys haven't checked it out, we now have a Discord server with 336 members. We talk about anything tower related. We have a meme page where we show all sorts of like silly cat pictures and people making fun of me because I'm an electrician and a bunch of different stuff. So by all means, feel free to join our community Discord server. The link will be found in the video description down below. One last little housekeeping note I'd like to make pertaining to the stone pack giveaway that I'm working on. The entries are officially closed. I will no longer be accepting entries for the stone pack giveaway because I said I would accept entries for up to 7 days after the video was posted, and we have reached that time. So I'm going to be doing this giveaway in a live stream on my phone, and I will let you guys know through the YouTube community posts as well as on the Discord server when I am planning on doing that. After that live stream, I will be making another community post and a Discord server post with the winner's name so that you guys can see and we can all kind of just congratulate whoever it is. Like I mentioned, I don't quite have a date yet figured out for that, but I will say huge thanks to all of you guys who have kind of contributed to that. So far we have almost 600 entries, so that is pretty insane. But anyway, that is it for the housekeeping stuff. Now let's go ahead and get into the actual contents of this episode. So this has been a pretty eventful week. I think the best place we can kind of start is looking at my lifetime coins. Last video I was at 226 trillion, and now we are at 428 trillion lifetime earned coins. It has been a wild ride, guys. I don't think anything has really changed with my milestones. I have continuously just been farming tier 10 effectively, kind of bouncing back between tier 9 and tier 10. I've been doing tier 9 actually for the higher amounts of cells because I can push further. But I've been doing tier 10 mainly during the day for the sake of getting more coins. So that's what we're currently looking at with the stats page. I guess the next thing I should kind of do is talk to you guys about the strategy I've been running. You may notice I am no longer running Orb Devo. Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy. It's still blowing my mind. So over the past couple weeks, I have been doing testing with basically coin efficiency. So what I have discovered is actually because my Multiverse Nexus cooldown is now 75 seconds, I'm no longer really able to optimize Orb Devo. And the reason is because you can see with Galaxy Compressor procs, I pretty much have perma activations, which is huge. That is really, really good. So you can see that pretty much as soon as everything turns off, it almost immediately turns back on, which, I mean, it's huge. I currently have perma Golden Tower, and my black hole is not far behind. So with that, I no longer really need to farm with Orb Devo, because frankly, I couldn't even if I wanted to. The main reason we do Orb Devo is for the sake of hoarding the enemies around the tower and then killing them when all of your multipliers are active. When you have very, very close to permanent black hole, it makes it very difficult to actually hoard enemies. So obviously I'm not really able to do that. For the meantime, until I kind of figure out what strategy I'm planning to do next, I'm effectively just going to be reverting back to the Blender build. And yeah, that's what I've been running with this past week or so. So let's actually hop into the tournaments, which is something I am super, super excited about. So for those of you who don't know, I have been live streaming my tournament runs recently, and I think it's been a good time. Usually I'll have like about 60 or 70 of you guys in there watching, kind of rooting for me, telling me, helping me out with my build. And it's been a really cool kind of experience. I am still in Champion League, unfortunately, but we are making some pretty good progress, and I'm going to show you guys. You can see, based on my current tournament history, we have steadily, not necessarily been improving the actual rank, because you have to keep in mind that the rank that you get will heavily depend on the different people in your bracket, and that's kind of just a luck, RNG sort of thing. But you can see, other than this one from March 19th, that we have steadily been increasing our max wave amount each tournament, to the point where yesterday's tournament, we actually got max waves, it still hurts me to say it, 999 waves. That is a new personal best. And shout out to any of you guys that were in the stream while that was happening. You guys know it was freaking wild. Like, people were saying that they could literally hear me shaking through the screen. So, which I was. The adrenaline was definitely pumping. But yeah, if you guys ever see that I have a scheduled live and you'd like to be there, I'd love to see you there. We have a good time. It's kind of chaotic, it's kind of crazy, but we got goals. We're trying to push to Legends League, and we're getting close. Again, this kind of goes back to the whole bracket thing. My all-time best rank was on March 15th at rank 6, and my total wave amount was 849 waves. And you can see my most recent tournament, my max waves was way higher at 999, but I finished at 9th place. So biggest bit of encouragement I can give you guys with tournaments is don't really focus on the actual rank that you get placed, but focus on trying to see the max wave go up. That is going to be the best way that you can kind of determine if you're actually doing the correct moves in terms of like your lab upgrades, your workshop upgrades, enhancements, etc. Because as long as you are improving your max waves, that is a good indicator that you're headed the right direction. But yeah, I am excited for the way that these tournaments have been going. Obviously, we're not quite in Legends yet, but again, we've been looking at the max waves, and I feel like we are slowly inching towards Legends League. I can almost taste it. Also, I mentioned I've been trying to stream my tournament streams, but keep in mind, this weekend, I'm actually going to be out of town, so I will not have access to really my streaming stuff, so I'm not going to be able to stream that tournament on Saturday. So that'll be for this next Saturday, whatever it is, April something. But yeah, I'll definitely still try to do a tournament stream on either Tuesday or Wednesday. But yeah, there will only be one tournament stream this week, so I apologize for that, guys. But yeah, I'll be out of town like I mentioned. But anyway, so that's tournaments. Let's go ahead and talk about the workshop. So not a whole lot has really changed with the workshop, other than I did respec and go back to Devo kind of here and there for the sake of testing, like I mentioned at the start of the video. And as it currently stands, I'm pretty much optimized for Blender. I have Rend Armor unlocked, no levels in it, but I get most of that during the run with free upgrades, and that's been great. I have most of the bare essentials maxed at this point. Otherwise, I have pretty decent levels and everything else. So damage, I'm at 5,500. For the defense tree, similar kind of thing. I have most of the cheaper stuff out of the way, with an exception of landmine damage, because this gets super expensive. And obviously, wall health. Wall health gets super expensive. But again, I get those pretty much maxed during the run. So I have my health regen. I put 2 levels into that because I've been keeping it at 5,500. But I went ahead and just put it up to 5,700 for the sake of kind of just knocking it out sooner. And yeah, my health is still just at 5,500. For utility, not much has changed here other than I went ahead and just maxed literally everything. I haven't really put any more levels in the enemy level skips just because, again, now that I'm running Blender, it gets much easier for me to kind of max those during the run. And before we talk about ultimate weapons, I just want to show you really quickly my enhancements. So I did respec, and whenever you do a workshop respec, it also respecs your enhancements. So keep that in mind. And really quickly, I would like to talk about this resource that was made by a member in our Discord. His name is Goose. He made this tower template, which is basically, it's a way for you to add all of your levels when you are respecing. So for example, if you're currently Orb Devo and you swap to Blender for the tournament with the intention on using the tournament rewards to basically respec back to Orb Devo, he has this nice sheet that basically you can input your levels, and it allows you to pretty much have it all down so that once you finish your tournament and go back to Orb Devo, you'll have all of that information. And it also has the enhancements, as you can see down here. So huge shout out to Goose for doing that. Really appreciate it. That's going to be a pretty good resource that a lot of people can use that are running Orb Devo. And that resource can be found in the useful links tab on the Discord. So feel free to check it out. There's a Microsoft version, and there's also a Google Docs version for those of us that can't afford the Microsoft suite. But yes, let's go ahead and talk about enhancements. So I've got my coin bonus and cells both at 1.2. That's been decent. Eventually I would like to take it up further, but you can see it gets so expensive. Like, I only have 20 levels into it, and it costs 22 trillion for another level. So probably gonna hold off on that for the meantime. So my defensive enhancements I've actually been working on quite a bit. I've really been trying to prioritize both my wall health and my health regen. So those two in particular have been massive, especially for like just my farming run survivability, but it's also, I'm sure, helped out in tournaments as well. Likewise, this past week, I have spent a lot of coins trying to get my crit factor and my damage higher, as well as like my damage per meter, because that was decently cheap. I've just been trying to kind of work towards building up my damage a bit, because I feel that I have heavily neglected my damage. So, but yeah, that covers enhancements. Let's now talk about ultimate weapons. So nothing has really changed with my economy stuff, my black hole, my golden tower, my death wave. Nothing has changed with my smart missiles, but you may notice my chain lightning looks a little bit beefier, and that's because it is. I put, I think, 2 or 3 levels into the chain lightning damage, as well as maybe 1 level in the chance. I'm leaving the quantity at 4 because I've heard that 4 is kind of a good benchmark to try to get to. But I think I'm probably going to, with this tournament's rewards, actually I'll just do it because we're in a video, why not? I'm going to put another level into chain lightning damage, and I've also been told that something I can work on is my spotlight bonus and my angle. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1 level into bonus and hope that that kind of helps me out. And yeah, we are slowly going to inch towards kind of increasing our damage. Again, for the sake of pursuing this goal that I have of getting into Legends League. I don't even care if I stay there. I literally just want to get there one time. That's all I care about. But yeah, that is going to cover the workshop and enhancements. Let's now talk about the cards. Nothing has changed with the cards. There's not much more to say. I've been trying to save up for a card slot, but it costs 2,500 gems, and that's going to take me like forever, especially because I suck at saving gems. But yeah, we'll see. We'll get there someday. So now let's actually talk about modules. Modules I am super excited about for a few reasons. First, you may notice all of my module levels. We are getting pretty dang close to unlocking the 4th effect on a lot of these. So like, yeah, we are getting very close. And I think really the only 2 things I have to report in terms of like new stuff is I did get a Mythic Plus Galaxy Compressor, and I only need, where is it? I only need 3 more Epic Galaxy Compressors to turn my Galaxy Compressor ancestral. And once I do that, guys, we are 100% going to have perma Golden Tower, perma Black Hole at that point. Likewise, my Multiverse Nexus, I need 4 more of these to turn this into ancestral, and that will have the same effect. All of my econ stuff will be perma. And last thing to report is I now have a legendary Dimension Core. So very, very excited about that. Let's actually see, we've got a decent amount of reroll shards here. Let's see if we can't get some legendary chain lightning effects. So I'm gonna do chain lightning damage, chain lightning chance, and I also heard that I could really use some more spotlight bonus and spotlight angle. So we'll see if we can get that real quick. Let's just go ahead and hit auto reroll and see if we get lucky here. It's probably not gonna happen, but we'll see. Hey, there we go. You can never go wrong with more spotlight angle. Let's go ahead and keep that. Now let's see if we can maybe get a chain lightning damage. That would be huge. Okay, this is actually taking a while and I'm running out of reroll shards very quickly. So I'm actually going to take off spotlight angle and now just try to get chain lightning damage and chance first. And then after that, I'll either try for angle or bonus for spotlight. Let's just see if maybe we can get something here. There we go, 9% chain lightning chance. Okay, we're going to take that and we're going to hope that we can maybe get a chain lightning damage here. Okay, spotlight bonus, that is huge. We're gonna lock that in because I think that the bonus is actually better than the angle. I could be wrong about that, but I think maybe. And now we'll just see if we can get a chain lightning damage, but probably not. Nope, we got smart missiles damage, but I am totally fine with that for the meantime. Currently, I'm not going to be buying any more modules until either the featured banner is something I really need, like a galaxy compressor, a dimension core, or perhaps a multiverse nexus. If it's not one of those three, I'm 100% saving for a card slot. I would love to get my 15th card slot by the next episode of Tour My Tower. That's a little like mini goal that I'm going to try to do, and hopefully it happens, but we shall see. So now that we covered that, let's go ahead and talk about my labs because we have some pretty big changes here. First thing you may notice is, of course, Lab 1 is still on lab speed. We are leaving this here indefinitely until it is maxed. I don't care because I have neglected it for far too long and it's really, really helpful. So I'm going to leave it there for pretty much ever. Next, you may notice I no longer have Lab 2 dedicated to Econ. I no longer have Lab 3 dedicated to standard perk bonus, even though it's really good. I no longer have Lab 4 dedicated to health-related stuff. Yeah, we are strictly doing damage for the time being. So you guys can read here in my history, I have been for the past pretty much week and a half exclusively working on stuff that will help me with tournaments. So Second Wind Blast was one that was kind of pretty quick to do, and I just thought it would be pretty helpful because, yeah, there are 2 tournaments ago, my Second Wind popped and I wasn't paying attention and I forgot to activate Demon Mode. And now that Second Wind Blast is fully maxed, I am actually better able to see when my Second Wind goes away because all the enemies blow up basically. So now that that is a thing, I am going to hope that it will help me more in the future. But you can see I went ahead and did the black hole disable ranged enemies, and yeah, pretty much from there on it's almost exclusively been damage related stuff. So yeah, and that is going to be my plan for at least this next week, but probably pretty much until I eventually hit Legends League. I'm just going to start working on this stuff. Once I hit Legends League, I may start doing some more EHP stuff. I may do some Death Wave health, some different things like that. But for the meantime, this is what we're rolling with. And last thing here, let's go ahead and talk about the guild stuff. So we now have a 3rd guild called Spartan Legion, which operates out of the Discord server. We are currently recruiting new people, so if you would like to join, you can feel free to check out this screenshot that I'm going to put on the screen, and you can feel free to reach out to the leader of that guild in the Discord, who is named Zephyr. And yeah, just reach out to him or me and then submit a request to the guild, and we'll try to get you squared away, get you the guild role in the Discord, and get you in there so that we can get the max rewards. The only real base requirement is we want you to be obviously active and contributing. We don't expect you to get all 35 chests, especially if you're newer on, but we also expect you to be somewhere above 0 contribution. So yeah. But as you can see, the guys in my current guild and 300 as well have been crushing it. So I have no doubt in my mind that Spartan Legion will also be crushing it very, very soon. But yeah. Now in terms of the Guardian, nothing has really changed here. I've been saving up and I've really been debating. I've been debating about spending my bits on the steel chip, trying to really just deck this out and get it useful, or to go ahead and get a new slot, but we'll see. In terms of the actual store, I only have a few more things to purchase here. I think next I'm going to get the tower skin, and then I'm probably going to get the crown. And if I have anything extra after that, I'm either going to get the throne, or I'm just going to buy some gems so that I can hopefully get this card slot. But yeah, that is going to wrap up this episode of Tour My Tower. Thank you guys so much for watching, and best of luck to all of you guys who are participating in my giveaway. And with that, it is starting to rain in my truck, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the video here. But like always, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoy the video, and join the Discord if you want to talk to me or any of the other guys in the Discord server. And like always, I will see you guys later.